I'm super elated and delighted to be here today, particularly for a meeting like this, owing to my interest in communication and relations as well. I do not know what we can actually do without communications. And on an international level, it's super amazing. Personally, I feel like communication is vastly underrated in our generation today. And communication skills are very vital in either personal, professional dealings at all, I tell you. So I am very much delighted to be here today. And briefly, I will be introducing the guests for the panel discussion. And I enjoin you, I crave your indulgence to pay keen attention to this particular session because there is a whole lot that you will be getting. Now today, we are going to be moving away from the textbooks. We're going to be moving away from the theories. Now we want to explore practical steps. We want to explore personal experiences, right? From experts in this field. Now let me ask you one very important question. What pathway do you have, given that you're studying diplomacy? What next for you after you are done? You're a graduate, what next? Do you have an answer for that? Any answer? I guess that's why you're here, right? Interesting. Now that is going to be answered, just like so many other professions in Nigeria, you know, the experience in school is way different from the experience outside of school. Do we agree with that? You graduated and then you get to realize that, man, have I wasted 45 years of my life? What do I do now? You're lost. Like a 5-year-old who's been asked to do something of an adult. So today, we are going to be exploring a lot from experience. And ladies and gentlemen, please, I believe your hands are not too busy. Put your hands together as I make welcome my panelists for our discussion today. Please give it up for Dr. Theresa Chima as she comes up. Come on, you can definitely do better than that. You can do better than that. Sorry, you couldn't do it. You're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome. Is that the best you can do? I'm talking about an academia right here. Okay, so Dr. Theresa is an academia. She is a lecturer in the Department of History and Diplomacy in the Faculty of Humanities, University of Port Harcourt, and she holds a BSc in Mass Communication and an MA in International Law and Diplomacy and a PhD in International Relations and Diplomacy. Please once again give it up for Dr. Theresa. You're welcome, ma'am. Also, gracing us tonight, today, I beg your pardon, is another amazing personality. She is a seasoned HR professional with a deep passion for human capital development. She is committed to equipping aspiring HR professionals and career enthusiasts with the right knowledge, skills, and resources needed to excel. Please put your hands together as I receive Agape Asanga. Agape Asanga, I beg your pardon. Please keep clapping as she comes. You're welcome. All right, also. All right, haven't met our guests. Let's dive right into the heart of the discussion today. Once again, you're very welcome. I'm very elated to have you. Okay, so as an HR, all right, a seasoned HR professional to be precise, okay? And now we've seen cases where a lot of graduates are rather unemployable, right? Because they do not possess certain required skills to be employed. And that is to say that it goes beyond the certificate, right? And so there are a lot of skills that you should possess to be employable in the world, so to say, in your industry where you find yourself. Now, for diplomacy and international relations, what can you say are core skills that should be possessed beyond the certificate? What skills should be possessed to be employable in the industry?
Okay, thank you so much. Good to be here. Good to see every one of you. And it's particularly an honor to be speaking to students because for me, I believe this is a foundation, right? The grassroots before you go into the job market space and you try navigating your way. So to answer your question, there are core skills diplomatic students they need and international relations. And we have soft skills, of course, and we have technical skills and hard skills. For the soft skills, communication is key. Communication skills is key. Many of us, we feel that communication is just talking. I'm saying a word, I'm saying this, I'm just talking to you. But it goes beyond that, it's mutual understanding. Yeah, so I communicate to you, do you understand me? And it's not just actual words. We have verbal communications, we have non-verbal communications, where I am not talking, but my body and my gestures, everything is communicating. We also have emotional intelligence as a soft skill. Yeah, so are you emotionally intelligent enough to interact with people? So now you're not even dealing with just Nigerians, you're dealing with the global space. You're dealing with people outside the country. And now that we have issues of mental health and all of that, how do you emotionally interact with these people? Now we have conflict resolution too. So, when it comes to diplomacy, there are lots of conflicts. So you're either resolving one conflict or the other. Conflict resolution is also there. Negotiation is there. The first speaker mentioned this. Negotiation skills is also there. Now, when you come to the hard skills or technical skills, you're talking of critical thinking. Now, before you talk, before you respond, or before you analyze any problem, you have to critically think about it. How am I to respond? Why should I respond? Am I even supposed to respond in the first place? Critical thinking is key. Analytical skills, the ability to analyze situations, right? The first speaker talked about him having, for example, 2 sons, yeah, and one son needs the albumin of an egg, the other son needs the yolk. Now, it's for you to critically think, is there a way for me to actually divide the egg? And then I can separate them individually on their own. So you're critically thinking, what can I do to bring peace? At the end of the day, it's peace, it's mutual understanding we are driving at. So all of these skills and data skills also, you're dealing with data. You're not just bringing solutions. You're actually monitoring your data, analyzing your data. So all of these skills are actually needed for diplomats, students who are diplomats, to thrive in a job market space, to thrive in a workspace. And seriously, you don't even need to graduate before you start building those skills. It starts with your interaction with your fellow students, your fellow colleagues, your lecturers. How do you respond to your roommates in your hostel? How do you relate with your friends? How do you relate with your parents? All of these things, it comes, like I said, it comes down to the grassroots, not just you looking forward to, oh, I want to work in a UN embassy. I want to work in a federal government, parastatal or agency. All of these comes down to how you interact with your fellows.
All right. It's as little as interacting with your fellows. All right. Let's celebrate that. It's a round of applause for that input there. Okay, so I will hold you in something, emotional intelligence. You mentioned that. I will come back to that, right? Because I'd like you to explain how important emotional intelligence is for a diplomat and an international relations professional. Now, let's help pass the mic to Dr. Theresa. As an academia, what are your thoughts on this particular topic, skills that should be possessed to be employable?
Good afternoon, everyone. Most